What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry, and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Exciting things actually starting to maybe progress here today. I was talking about it earlier this morning on Twitch, but there's patterns that are coming to really tight support resistance at the the end of the triangle that we could potentially see a big breakout here soon. Also, I was going to just go quickly over Theta and T-Fuel at the same time. That's another project that I've always been very bullish on. I definitely like the decentralized media streaming platform. I currently actually am on Odysee because I wanted to try something besides Theta, but Sky and Nolan and everybody's helping me set up things with Theta and other platforms so that way I can stream in multiple places. But if that's something you like, if you like the content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. I really appreciate it. I said I enjoy doing this, so as long as you guys like it and want me to keep doing it, I will for sure. But if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian, and links for the Twitch, Discord, and all the other goodies are down below. If we head over to CoinMarketCap, we can see we're still sitting at around the $1.4 trillion in total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, and everything else pretty steady, but we do have BNB and Ethereum looking pretty decent as far as this top 10 list. If we head to the biggest gainers, KuCoin, something that I've talked about before, looked pretty stupid because it dropped right after I started accumulating it. I thought it had corrected enough. However, this is where a lot of people stood in a lot of the altcoins, right? But of course, I didn't sell. I actually bought more, and now I am in profit. My average price on KuCoin is roughly at around $10.05. I bought between 13 to 15, and then I've also bought back in at 6 to 8, which lowered my average price down. But we can also see Thorchain and all these other ones are doing very well, right? And this could be a signifying that we could be entering a little bitty alt season, which we'll go over. And as far as biggest losers, not too bad. We have Elrond down about 4%. Gas fees are really high. Usually when we start to see high fees, high congestion, this means more people are using the network. This could be that we're about to have massive sell-offs, or we're about to have potentially massive buying, right? So just something to keep an eye out and look at. Overall, guys, I'm not going to talk about this because I talk about it every time. I'm still very bullish in the long run. And, if you ignore all the other stuff happening right now and just think long run, it doesn't really matter where you buy at right now, right? As far as an investment standpoint. Again, I'm just a doctor/idiot, and this is not financial advice, guys, but my opinions only. If we look at Bitcoin dominance, this is 3 days ago, back when we were right here, we talked about this potential double top coming down, and then we had the two routes. We could maybe make a big head and shoulders and come down, which was a measured move to there, or falling under this 20 daily was that move, and that we would see some price action to the downside. And at the same time, I suggested that potentially we could see Ethereum move up, which if we look at Ethereum, especially against Bitcoin, which is what we want to see for Bitcoin dominance, as Ethereum's value to Bitcoin goes up, we can see that Bitcoin dominance is slowly trending to the downside. So, we could see some negative actions here for Bitcoin. We could see that 20K that nobody is wanting to see. We do have the futures gaps. I have all three of them listed on this chart that I found were necessary, and we still have one down at 9,800. So if the prophecy of futures contracts gaps having to fill, we're going to be looking at 9K at some point, right? So a lot of mixed up feelings, a lot of mixed up things. Analysis and information coming our way. When we look at the Wyckoff, we could be in phase C. That is just extending out slightly, and we will be heading into phase D very soon, right? There's so many ways to interpret this, but in the end, all we know is that we're chopping up and down between support and resistance, and the people in the markets don't know where to go. I think crypto fear and greed's roughly in the mid 20s, so 25 to 29. So there's still a lot of fear, but this is not the time, in my opinion, to sell. When you see something drop and it stays sideways, everything is in a sense was usually cyclic, right? So it's more likely, in my opinion, due to the time frame we are in, to go up first before we were to continue to the downside. Could I be wrong? Of course I could. We could be in a bear market, and I'm just this dumb idiot pumping you hopium right now, trying to get you to buy crypto to pump my bags, right? Well, no, I'm in the same boat as you, right? If it goes up, I make money. If it goes down, well, kind of fuck too until it goes back up. So, just looking at this, we know where we're at. So, what has changed? Well, if we go down to the 4 hour, I'm going to take all the Wyckoff stuff, support resistance off, and now we just have a clear resistance all the way down, and then we have clear support. And now right here, you can see that this is where it gets kind of hairy here, right? No pun intended, but we have this wick to the downside. And then right here, besides these two candle bodies, these are only wicks that are passing through it. So like say we were to drop down to the downside right here, I think that we would potentially get some more support again around 31.5, hopefully 30K and 28 being the bottom. But what's happening right now is we have a very limited amount of time for Bitcoin to make a decision. We have at most a day and a half, right? So today is Tuesday, so by this time tomorrow, most likely about 90% of the time, because it usually doesn't make it to the end, we'll know whether or not we're above or below. So this is something to definitely pay attention to. And things like this, I was talking in stream, are very potential profitable scenarios, right? If you make a tight stop loss here, you could make an easy 2x trade, or go even higher depending on if you want to keep your stop loss really tight and not actually go below, say, that line. But these wicks are probably what will screw you on that. So there's just lots of things that you can do to make money during these times. But for me, I'm waiting for that big trade. I'm waiting for the market to show it's a bottom, actually confirm that it's out of the bottom, and then I will just trade to the upside, and I'll most likely get out too early because I'm scared that I'm going to be left with the bag at the end, right? So that's just my strategy. But when you look at like Ethereum right now, we are steadily going up. We are about to potentially cross a bullish cross on our 20 daily and 20 weekly exponential moving averages. And right now, Ethereum against Bitcoin is looking very juicy. If we head over here, this is just on the daily ETH against Bitcoin, and it looks like forming a perfect bull flag right after a breakthrough resistance, confirmation of support, push to the upside, and now forming a consolidation pattern at a higher price, signifying that we potentially could be going higher, or if we break lower, we could be going lower at this time. It's still all a toss-up. Same goes for XRP. We can draw lines in so many different places, and where is the right area? What is the right path, the right chart to follow? And we don't know. We're in potentially the biggest area of a miscongruency or misalignment of everybody. Nobody is agreeing right now, and it is showing in the charts and in price action. And most of all, I definitely, as we're coming here to the end, I think there's a lot of manipulation going on, right? We were watching on stream earlier the whole Tether scam, and people behind it, and how it could be linked to Bitfinex, and there's just so much weird shit that goes on in crypto, and these few bad actors are setting the tone for everybody else. So that's pretty much all we're going to have as far as price action. We have some positive potential on Ethereum. If you really want to dive into different altcoins, we for sure can. Theta and Theta Fuel, definitely two of my favorites. I think that they will most likely move together. Theta being the governance token of Theta, so you hold it, you get to vote. T-Fuel, or Theta Fuel, being the gas, or what helps the network run. So if you're streaming and things like that, please. So if you're streaming or doing anything like the sort, the fuel is what is used to actually, keep the network secure and transfer pay and all the other sense of the network. So in like Theta Fuel, I definitely like the idea of the decentralized platform. There's a lot of good partnerships, and there's just a lot that I think this token and platform altogether can eventually be really good at competing with YouTube. There's the platform Odysee, which is the link below if you want to check that out, but I've just been copying all my YouTube stuff to Odysee to test out how that platform works, so that way when I'm fully versed on more versed on Theta, and I'll also be versed on Odysee, so that way I can say similarities, differences, which ones I like better, maybe offer a very good balanced review. As far as good buying opportunities for Theta and T-Fuel, it just depends on where you stand. You think we're in a bear market, probably not the best time to buy. It's going to go lower. If you think we're in a bull market after a correction like this, definitely think it is a good time to potentially start scaling back in, or adjusting your average cost down if you had already bought up higher. So but that's going to do it. If you want more further analysis, please hit me up on Twitch, or also just leave messages and comments below, so it really helps me out, and I like to give you guys this content that's catered to exactly what you're looking for. So thanks again. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you.